You know, there's a lot more to my glamorous guest than you see on the screen. A genuine warmth, great wit and humour, remarkable intelligence. In fact, she's quite amazing. You can see why I enjoyed so much my rendezvous with the stunning Lara Dutta.
Just let your thoughts and dreams unfold. You and I, let's talk of love, of tales untold. Speak to me so I can see your soul.
Hi, Lara.
Hi, Simi.
You know, you look stunning.
Thank you.
Do we have to talk?
I'd like to, yes, for a little bit.
Can't I just sit and look at you?
I think you'd get quite bored of that in about 10 minutes.
Okay. I was wondering about you.
Yes.
What's been easier, winning the Miss Universe title or navigating Bollywood?
Winning the Miss Universe title.
Was easier?
It's easier because I came from the glamour industry. I was already a model. It wasn't very difficult to go out there, be articulate, present yourself well, look good. You know, it's a lot more my cup of tea.
Really?
But I think with Bollywood, I mean, I'm really happy that I'm here. And I guess, like you said, you know, you navigate yourself through a little bit of ups and downs.
What were the surprises?
I mean, I didn't really have too hard a time, but the sensibilities are different, yes, compared to what I was raised with, or just the outlook that I had in life before.
You know, your intelligence was an asset there. Is it an asset here?
Yes, it is. Sometimes you need to be intelligent enough to know when to shut up and behave to be really dumb.
No, but I have wondered, because, you know, you've come in with all the right credentials. Miss Universe title, you're a trained Bharatanatyam dancer. You speak great Hindi.
Yeah.
What's stopping you from being number one?
I think with the Indian film industry, they want to compartmentalize you. They love doing that. I mean, you know, you have to find that perfect image and you have to fit it. And fortunately for me, unfortunately for them, I haven't quite found that perfect image where they've said, okay, this is Lara, this is what she's good at, this is how we want to see her for the rest of her entire career.
And that's how she will always be.
You know, exactly. But I'd also like to say, Simi, that my work doesn't define who I am. You know, this is what I say, that this is not what I see myself doing for my entire life. And my entire life doesn't depend on, you know, bagging that big blockbuster film and things like that.
Not
There's
ambitious.
so much more. No, ambitious, yes, but the ambitions are so much greater and larger than just this. I mean, like I said, I would love to be able to contribute to Indian cinema, even if it is 3 or 4 films, but that are unforgettable.
Great films, yeah.
And in the 3 years that I've been here, I haven't had that. Oh, it hasn't come to me, you know, yet.
Yet. You know, Priyanka was on my show and she was telling me that when you were both running for the same contest,
Yes.
you took her aside. She didn't know anything at that time. And you helped her and taught her how to do her makeup. And you also took Dia and her under your wing. And I thought, how unusual and how generous, but how not competitive.
Well, Simi, I guess with me is you keep your focus where you want it to be. I mean, for me, it was winning Miss India and winning Miss Universe. The entire focus is there. But at the same time, you don't forget that you're human, you know, and achievements or failures, without trying to sound morbid, but once you're gone, aren't really going to matter. Your achievements or your failures. You take nothing with you. You know, and you get very few moments in life to really reach out and do something for someone, and those are the moments that make life. They do, you know, and if I can't do that, then I'm not living, and I don't want any of it if I can't have that, because that's the most important thing to me.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
So, you're intelligent but not shrewd. Ambitious but not competitive. Am I right?
Yes, I guess you could say that.
I think
yes.
I've got it. Interesting. Okay, tell me, how did a girl who was named after the great Boris Pasternak's Lara land up becoming Lara Paji?
Oh God. Well, you'll have to blame a couple of my co-stars for that.
How did it happen? I mean, it's brother in Punjabi, not even sister.
I know. It's just when we were shooting my debut film Andaz with Akshay Kumar, there's two sides of me. There's a nice, lovely, feminine, side, which you get to see very rarely.
Okay, I'm lucky.
Because the side people normally get to see is the very tomboyish, in my jeans, in my boots, throw me off a cliff, drag me through something. I love it.
Okay.
And I would walk onto the set, and they would look at me and they say, God, she walks like a boy and she talks like a boy. And Akshay took one look at me and he says, the word came out of his mouth. It was like Paji, and he's like, that is so you.
But
and
did you call him back something? Didi?
Aki? No, he's really sweet, but he kind of stuck.
But you're a great one for giving names to people.
Oh, am I?
You are. What do you call John?
Saidi. and he was like, yeah, and your item, because you're doing all that you're doing.
Okay. And I think there are others. You have names for others as well. Vivek Oberoi.
What do I call Vivek?
Encyclopedia Britannica. What's poor Vivek done?
No, I'm not on a pro Vivek campaign or something like that, but I know that a lot of times people think that he's maybe too upfront with the media or things like that, and having worked with Vivek now in 2-3 films, he's really a really lovely person, and is so considerate towards people.
He is.
But the only problem with Vivek is, my God, if I ask him like what that candle is made of, I'll get the entire history from the time wax was invented.
But you mean he really knows?
He does.
Genuine
he knows
knowledge?
it, and he likes it. I mean, that's his kind of passion. I mean,
He's not
he
just
loves
putting it
doing
on,
that.
fabricating.
No, he actually knows these things.
You checked?
So, pretty much, yes.
Yeah? Oh,
That's
wow.
why he got that. So now we just tell him, like, Vivek, we love you, but don't open your mouth. Don't say anything.
I think there are others.
Oh, well, a bunch of us. When we were doing No Entry, Esha, Selena and myself ended up spending a lot of time with each other. And they're really adorable girls.
Is this the Bera thing? What is it? What does it mean? Bera?
Biara.
Biara.
It's even worse.
What is Biara?
There's a long story to it, actually. And there's an old-time Hindi film actress involved in this story. So
Oh, you
I'm
have
gonna
to
leave
tell
names out of this.
Okay, but you have to tell me because I'm so curious. It's a mystery. And they all go, Biara, Biara, don't they?
Yes. No, it was a joke amongst us that with Serena started, and she said there's this old-time Hindi actress who goes to one of your Willingdon club and has her dark glasses on, and she actually wants a whiskey or whatever, and she calls out to the bearers. And this is actually true. And she calls them Biara. So we just found that quite amusing, and now we call each other Biara.
Biara. I think that's lovely. So now the girls, you all call each other.
Now we call each other Biara. Now, this is the first time anybody will figure out what it means. It's been a highly guarded
It's
secret.
too cute. Okay. Now that leaves Abhishek.
Yes. Who's adorable.
And he's called?
Pouty.
Pouty, is that the new one?
Normally he's called Pouty, yes.
Why is he called Pouty?
Just because he was doing this song, what was that? He did that song, One Love. And I looked at it and I was like, what are you doing? I mean, your lips are like a mile away from your face. So that's his
Became
nickname.
Pouty. But I think also when you feel a little more affectionate towards him, you call him Amma.
Yes, he is Amma. I mean, have you seen? Abhishek is this overprotective big baby. I mean, he really is.
Yes.
And he's really sweet.
Haven't you found a name for Sanju?
I haven't dared.
Think of one.
I was really surprised by Sanjay Simi. I was really intimidated, and it's the first time that I was doing a film with him when I did Zinda. Firstly, I think he's incredibly hot. As an actor, exactly. So I was quite intimidated by the fact that, oh my God, this is Sanjay, and he has this real, bad boy kind of image and all of that. He is one of the most gentlest human beings I have ever met, and so shy that, I mean, in the entire time that we were shooting Zinda, he won't speak until he was spoken to.
He is that shy.
Yes, and it was embarrassing for me because I have verbal diarrhea sometimes. And I shoot things off without realizing what I'm saying. So I looked at his feet one day and he was wearing these boots and in his suit and he was looking really nice. And I looked at him and I said, oh my God, you have small feet for a big guy. And these boots just went whoosh, underneath this table. They like vanished.
And he went
as fast
red.
as possible.
My poor Sanju. Lara, the first time we met, I remember it was at Pretty Guha's house. Kelly was with you.
Yes.
This was before the Miss Universe.
Yes.
Remember? And I remember you were telling me about how much he was helping you. He was fetching you in the morning, 5:30, taking you for training, lots of things. I was sure that you were going to win Miss Universe. I was absolutely sure about it. But I also thought that if you do, Kelly will lose you. I was wrong.
Yeah, we're here today, and I'm
Yeah.
still with the same man.
How come?
Honestly, I wish I had the perfect answer for this, and you know, something to say to the viewers. This is how it works, and this is the magic and the miracle. But all I can really say is that I honestly believe that there's a force or a power greater than the two of us that keeps us together, no matter what. And it's greater than the love we have for each other, and it's greater than the relationship we'll ever have, but it is this power that keeps us and keeps this relationship together. Because there are a lot of things in life that change. I won Universe, I went away, I lived in New York for 2 years, and there were these unbelievable experiences that I went through that here. And this person, you know, stuck through that with me and understood that, and it's very difficult for a man, especially, I think.
Very much so, because you see it happen all the time, that when
Sure.
one partner becomes successful,
Exactly.
especially a woman, the relationship goes for a toss. But that it has survived, and I think become stronger.
It has. I mean, today, you know, I'm blessed. I truly am. I wouldn't change my relationship or the person that I'm in a relationship with for anything in the world. I mean, I have today a love that no amount of money or wealth or anything could ever compare to or buy. You know, and I always say I'd much rather have this kind of love in my life than have a wealthy man who doesn't have the time and, you know, and spoils me with all the money he's got. I'd rather not have that.
This is the real thing.
It is. I mean, you're blessed if you get somebody like this in your life. And inshallah, today we are, you know, 7 years together. And I don't know what life is going to bring you around the next turn or the bend. You don't know. But if we are together, and that is the way that is meant to be, that we remain together, fantastic. And if we're not, for whatever reasons, later on in life, I truly believe that this was the biggest gift the universe could bring me. It was this man. He's amazing.
What does he give you? What do you need so much that he gives you?
Well, again, through God's grace, I don't need money. I don't need financial kind of security. I don't need to be made to feel like I'm a living goddess every single day that I get up in the morning. But what I do need is compassion. What I do need is understanding. What I do need is somebody who will fly to the other end of the world. I mean, literally fly 40, I don't know how many hours to come spend 2 hours with you. You know, and
Oh, wow.
as somebody who, when you're sick and looking like, God, nobody wants to ever, you know, own you and, or stand up and say that, you know, that's mine. This person is there, you know, holding your hand, getting you through it. The day that you know, when you're on the top of the world, that person is standing there beside you and is as happy for you and as with you in spirit and in love and in body, mind and soul as he is when you're completely down and out and feeling completely, if I can say the word on television, crap about yourself. But yeah.
That's unconditional.
That is, it's unconditional.
Yeah. Lara, you're one of the few girls who has come into this industry boyfriend attached. I want to know, does it work against you or for you in Bollywood?
Well, Kelly and I have had this conversation many times over, and we've really thought about it seriously, and he's always said that, you know, if we were to break up tomorrow, I just think that you would get a lot more work and there would be, you know, more people kind of running after you, is his term to put it. But I just, you know, Simi, I think that day and age is really gone where you have to hide that you have a boyfriend and, you know,
not
and
hide.
be the, yeah. I've never felt the lack of work because of my relationship. I've never felt that.
I can tell you what the pros are. For one, you don't figure in the tabloids.
Yes.
You don't have a scandal every week, speculation every week. Now she's linked to this guy, now she's linked to that guy. That part of it is
It's taken
so
care of.
much a plus.
Yeah.
the other is that Bollywood is, it's all about male fantasy.
No, it is. I agree with you. I mean, it's just, but I think, I mean, I work with actors, and I've never got onto set and felt that, oh, this person would view me differently or want to do an extra film with me just if he thought that I was available or single or, you know, something like that. I've never felt that.
Knowing that you're in a relationship, does it stop the heroes from hitting on you?
No.
How honest you are.
No. I do try. But I don't think that makes them bad people. I just think it's the way the industry has painted them. I mean, you know, they, like you said, you know, their appeal lies in the fact that, God, every woman wants them, you know, and they love it when they're linked up with, even if they're not, but there's the stories that they're having an affair with so-and-so and they're having, because it makes them desirable, it makes them feel, you know, wanted and things like that. You know, at least, I mean, it's like, let's try, what the hell. If we get lucky, great. If not, that's okay.
That's okay. But how do you deal with that?
I laugh it off, which is why I have the name Lara Dutta.
You laugh it off?
You know, I do, I laugh it off. Because, I mean, they know. I mean, I'm like, you've got to be serious. You're not serious, are you? And they know it.
So they say, ah, but we are, I am.
But then that's too bad, because that also gets like a louder laugh, like, come on, get a life, get out of this.
They say, why not, Lara?
You know, it's never actually gotten to that point.
Never gets.
Yeah, because it's pretty much...
Don't you like me, Lara?
I do, I love them. I do, I truly, I think they're very hot, very amazing
But then
men.
what's stopping you, Lara?
Because I'm in a relationship that I'm committed to, and my priorities are different. So there should be,
So
considering most of them are married.
And I'm curious, if you meet someone whom you're attracted to, what would you do about it?
I honestly believe that what is meant to come to you in life will come to you, and you have two choices. Invariably, the choices that we pick are the ones that bring us momentary happiness and pleasure. Invariably.
Too true.
And if you're willing to pick the one that may be a little difficult, but in the longer haul is the one that gives you maximum happiness in your life, which really does not give you any grief or guilt, then that's the one that you should go for. So there's a little bit of fate and there's a little bit of free will. And life is a balance of both. And then you make your life depending on the choices that you pick.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Lovely. Let's play a little bit of what if.
Okay.
What if you hadn't won the Miss Universe title? Where would you be now?
What if I hadn't won Miss Universe? Well, I think that, I would probably have been behind the camera, really. I probably would have gone into theatre rather than the film.
What if Steven Spielberg came to you with this amazing film, and the film has a major, hot, passionate kissing scene?
Yes.
And he says, Lara, you can choose whichever Indian hero you want.
Oh, good Lord.
Opposite you. Who would you choose?
Oh. Let me see. Are the ones that I like? If I had to choose an Indian hero, I would choose Amir Khan. I think he's had plenty of experience and practice as well.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he has. Isn't there supposed to be a kiss in this recent movie of his Sana? And then, of course, there was the famous kiss from Raja Hindustani and things like that. So, yeah, Amir Khan would be my choice.
And where is Kelly but sharpening his knife?
No, I'm sure you'll be fine with that.
Okay. A choice between love and superstardom.
Love, love, love.
For you, anytime.
Love, anytime.
I knew that. But you know, it's really strange.
Yeah.
I asked the same question to John. He chose love. I asked Priyanka. She chose superstardom.
Right.
You know what it goes to show?
Yes.
That Priyanka doesn't have a relationship in her life.
No, of course. I mean, she's young, you know, today, and priorities are different. I guess when you're young and ambitious and things like that, that's the one thing that you want most. You want to feel secure about yourself. You want to be in a position of power. And then you find place for everything else. And once you've secured that, you know, and then love comes along, great, you know. But it's just, it depends on where you are in life.
You come from a forces background.
Yes.
what does your family feel about your success?
My family is actually pretty far removed from what I do right now for a living.
They don't share much of it, do they?
No, they don't, but that's also because they're really simple people, you know, middle-class people. So it keeps you grounded, you know, it keeps you in touch with reality. But they are, I think they would be proud parents.
And what do they think of Kelly?
Oh, they adore him. They take his side more often in an argument than mine. Yeah, it's not fair. It's like completely one-sided.
Lara, how self-reliant are you?
I'm pretty self-reliant. I think I'm a really interesting place in my life at the moment, Simi. I'm a lot more at peace with myself than I have been over the last 3 to 4 years.
You've been doing the art of living.
And I have been doing the art of living.
Why did you need to do it?
I came to a point in my life where I just woke up one morning and I said, okay, I've traveled to pretty much every city in the world. I've seen architecture, beautiful things, artifacts, jewelry, I mean the works, everything that's pleasing to the eye, I've seen it. I've eaten the most incredible cuisine and food all over the world, I've done that. I have a relationship that I'm very happy in. I have a career that I'm proud of. I've achieved things that a normal 27-year-old would not achieve. But there was something missing. There was this feeling of complete emptiness, and it was very scary.
And when did this happen?
This was sometime about last year.
Last year.
And it really felt like none of this, I mean literally none of it mattered. Not the relationship, not the career, not the frills, the travel, the fancy, the money. None of it mattered. You know, it just felt that there had to be, what was the point?
Really?
You know, what was the point? I mean, how much would you see? How much will you eat? How much will you own? How much will you possess? How many places will you go to? Then what? You know, and it was scary because I didn't ask for these questions to come up. They just came up and they wanted answers. And I didn't know where to go, where to look for them or things like that. And it just so happened that a friend of mine had recently completed his basic course for the art of living. And I've done this, of course, before. And I did the course, I followed it up by the advanced course immediately after. And a lot of things just fell into place in life. You know, and that, I guess, is the term of a guru. I mean, gu means darkness, ru means light. So it's the person who leads you from the darkness into the light. And it really has. It's been one of the most amazing things to happen to me in life. So.
You play the violin. You look after children who have AIDS. I find there's a whole world inside you, Lara, which we never get to see.
But it's good. A little bit of mystery is always nice.
Yes. And today I can understand why you have so many friends who love you.
Thank you.
It makes sense to me.
Thank you so much.
Stay amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
It's such a pleasure.
Thank you for this rendezvous.
Thank you. Thanks so much.